A major search by ground
These
and
are the woods
air.
where the stabbing
Police
action
are still on the scene.
She was the victim of a crime that shocked parents everywhere.
He was stabbed 19 times and left for dead.
By clicking on this video, you've already put yourself at risk. This nicely dressed monster is hiding something from you, and it's more than just his face. He promises to find you if you seek to learn more about him. You can't hide from him. Once he's in your life, you're doomed. Thanks to the popularity of the internet, we were able to find the creator of this nightmare game for you. Let's get into it. This is the unsettling story of the video game Slender-man. So, now I'm sure you want to know a little about this monster and why he is trying to get you. A creepy post randomly appeared on the internet on June 8th, 2009. It was posted from the screen name at Something Awful, which is already a creepy display name in itself, but this is where it gets weird. The mystery person behind it Something Awful had a challenge for everyone, his post read. Turn ordinary photographs into creepy looking images through digital manipulation. Tons and tons of users participated in this contest, but no one's picture stood out like the one submitted by this man, Eric Knudsen. Eric, who went by the screen name Victor Surge, responded to the post just 48 hours after it was published. Victor Surge would be the one behind the first ever photos of Slenderman, with these two black and white photos. The first photograph shows a group of young adults where no one is smiling, and by the looks on their faces, they all seem to be having a bad day. But they all seem not to notice the tall, skinny figure creeping in the background. But then look at this one because it's much different than the first one we saw. This version displays Slender-Man to be under a tree hanging out with the young children on the playground. This time, Slender-Man is seen with tons of tentacles, and unlike before, we see this little boy smiling. But Victor Surge would leave us with more than just two photos. It also came with this disturbing story behind the Slender. It read, one of two recovered photographs from the Sterling City Library blaze notable for being taken the day which 14 children vanished, and for what is referred to as the Slender-Man. Deformities cited as film defects by officials. A fire at the library occurred 1 week later. The actual photograph was confiscated as evidence. 1986. Photographer Mary Thomas, missing since June 13th, 1986. This chilling storyline and these photos would go mega viral, making the Slender-Man the scariest meme of the year. It didn't take long for users to be drawn to this, getting multiple replies, recreations, and advice of how far Slender-Man's potential can go, suggesting it'll make a great movie or video game. Then someone did it. A post from a user under the username CEGars uploads a video titled Marble Hornets. The video takes us to a missing person report. The YouTube video follows a character named Jay, who begins filming his friend Alex while working on a student film project called Marble Hornets. The two filmed together daily until one day Alex disappeared. Jay would become obsessed with finding the answers to who or what lead to the disappearance of his friend Alex. Jay would uncover a dark and mysterious figure known as the Operator. The Operator would be a direct link to the video game creation of Slenderman. As for Victor's response to his creation of the meme, he said it was just done randomly, and he thought of it on the spot. This would be the last we hear from Victor Surge. However, his viral meme creation was just getting started. June 2012, the popularity of Slenderman was booming. This is when our new villain comes into play. His name is Mark J. Haddle, but his closest friends call him Agent Parsec, so we are just going to call him Mark. Mark developed the game Slender the 8 Pages. In this unusual game, your objective is to collect all 8 mysterious pages scattered throughout this dark forest. While you are so desperately looking, you are secretly being pursued by the Slender. All you have is a flashlight with limited battery life. The game does an amazing job of creating a feeling of tension as you play. As you explore, you will eventually anchor Slenderman in the woods. But be cautious because he is not always just hiding in the woods. He may appear randomly in the distance or even right behind you. If you come into direct contact with Slenderman or stare at him for too long, your character's sanity will decrease, making the game more challenging. Despite the game being extremely unsettling and scary to play, player reactions and Let's Play videos began popping up all over the internet. This would have the biggest role in popularity and spread of the Slenderman game, capturing genuine reactions to the game's scares and intense moments.
Oh my god!
Even popular YouTubers like PewDiePie would film their own reactions to these games.
I knew it! I fucking knew it!
During the peak, the game had accumulated millions of downloads. Gaining popularity for its unique gameplay mechanics and the haunting atmosphere it created, it was a free-to-play game and was popular on PC and mobile phones. This is where some people will become oddly obsessed with the Slender, but no one shows their dedication to this imaginary character quite like these two 12-year-old girls from Waukesha, Wisconsin, named Anissa Wire and Morgan Geyser. Anissa and Morgan would make national news for the attempted murder of their classmate Peyton Leutner. Anissa and Morgan lured Peyton deep into the woods and stabbed her a total of 19 times. By playing dead, Peyton managed to live the attack and crawl out of the woods into the street and was later found by a bicyclist on a bike path. Police came and she was transported to a local hospital where her life would be saved. As for Morgan and Anissa, the law would eventually catch up with them but would be given a second chance. Both girls were charged with attempted first-degree intentional homicide as adults and pleaded guilty to attempted first-degree intentional homicide. When asked for the motive behind the horrific attack, both of them said they did it to please their saver, Slender-man.
So did you guys talk about doing this beforehand?
Anisha told me we had to.
Why?
Because she said that he'd kill our families.
Who's he?
A man.
Who's Slenderman?
He's this tall, faceless man who preys on children.
However, in a shocking turn of events, the judge decided that both girls were not criminally responsible for their actions due to mental illness. So instead of jail, they received a lengthy sentence in a mental health facility to receive treatment and constant supervision. Today in 2023, the two are still locked up, and the hype around the game has died down. But I would love to know if you've played this game when it was popular or remember the chilling murder story that went along with it. Go ahead and let me know in the comments, and I'll respond to you all.